Okay, let's get to the meat on the bone. Ready for our roast dinner? Online dating scams continued. Continued. Right. Red flags. Yes, I've been there, done it. Let's give you some red flags so that you know when you go online. If I get a red flag, one's not good. Two, ooh, not too good. Three, ow. Four, one red flag should be enough, guys. One red flag. Numero uno, solamente. Sorry, I speak Italian. So there we go. Let's do this. Having a look here. What should I tell you first? Right. So you're talking to a man, you're talking to a lady, whatever. And in a short space of time, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Heart. I love you. Heart, heart. I love you. Heart, heart, heart. So I set one up, and I was apparently being contacted by a military veteran from a very, very well-known military campaign. Now, I'm ex-army. I understand military campaigns and stuff was coming through which just did not add up. 1 and 1, it does not make 17. Or does it? No. So if you've got somebody calling you dear or love or I love you, red flags. Red flags, all right? Because it takes time to build a rapport, a trust, a relationship, emotional intimacy, etc., etc. Be careful. As I said in the earlier one, if you ask for a different shot of them, so you've got like the head doing this and the head doing this and the head doing this, you ask for different pictures and all you get is the same picture or they gloss over it. They'll give you a very nice background. They'll give you a very nice background on their family and how their life is okay, but they could be better, and how you're really nice and your life is so much better than theirs and all something. But they'll only keep sending you the same pictures. And obviously these pictures have been taken off somebody's photos on a website. You know, it could even be naughty pictures, private pictures. I'm afraid it goes on. Because if somebody does get gullible and you send them private pictures from a private library, fine, that's your doing, but just be careful that you might be sending to an AI or a bot or an agent or somebody working on the conveyor belt. Sometimes what I call a clinical reply. Well, it means that when you've been doing it as long as I've with AI and computer program stuff, you'll get back a reply which does seem scripted. Right? In other words, yes, you are lovely, and I think you're wonderful, and yes, everything is fine here. How are things with you, dear? And yes, my life could be better, but how is your life? And is your life okay? And what about my life and your life? And it does seem very clinical. Like there's no emotion in there. It could be an AI script bot. They are getting better. Or it could be someone whose normal language, it could be going from a script, or it could be their natural language is not English or British. Keep that in mind if it's very clinical and they're also using dear and lover and all this type of thing. Well, I did a test the other day because I was looking at this, and this person went, oh yeah, where have you been? I've been worried about you. You seem so lovely. You seem so wonderful. And I said, you just remind me, you told me the other day you were a Leo star sign, yeah? I said, you're a Leo. Remind me of your star sign. Yeah, it's a Virgo. Okay. And I did actually reply, say, oh, but that's changed. Gets ignored. Because they either will gloss over it or hope you forget. I have a very short-term memory. I have fantastic long-term memory. I think they call it photographic memory, photographic recall. It helps in my job, especially. So yeah, it's little things like that. Can you send me a picture doing that? Sorry to ask you, but you know, at the end of the day, I've got to be careful because of scams. Even though you're talking to a scammer. What's your star sign? Or, you know, how old are you? If you get back another response, one of them was actually calling me by a different name. You're not very good at this, are you? And I actually went back and I gave him a lecture, said, if you're going to scam somebody, I shouldn't be doing that, but I just said, well, at least try and be consistent. So again, just it's a red flag. I had one that was on a military base and said, I can't talk to you now. Here's a really good one coming up. I can't talk to you now, yeah, but I can nip out for a few minutes and talk to you. But I'll have to talk to you on a military laptop. Huh? You're on a military laptop which should be locked down to like you know, completely locked down, and you are doing things with dating apps. How is this possible? What do you know? And is the Pentagon aware of this? This was something in the US. As I say, I've done a lot of research here. So again, it's like, oh, yeah, so anyone can just walk out of a military base and start talking and chatting. Methinks not. Okay. One of them that came back to me, having I spoke to him for quite a short space of time, was, hey, look, yeah, if I'm on my neighbour's Wi-Fi at the moment and things aren't so good and it's all not gone well, and look, guy, I need $50 to pay for my internet costs. I need $50 because things are, okay, maybe I can help you. I said, yeah. I said, all right, game on. Let's play cat and mouse. And I said, look, I can't. I haven't got any money. But you know, I said, well, what about $20? They've asked for $50, a specific amount. What about doing? Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Instant response. Well, think about it. It's gone from $50 to $20. So in other words, just give us what you got. Just give us what you got. So you're dating everybody. Red flag. Red flag. If again you don't talk to them maybe a day or two, and they'll come back to you. Everything all right, dear? Are you sure? Everything okay? Are you okay? Everything all right? Everything hunky dory and looking nice? Are you sure you're okay? Yeah. Red flag, because you know they're not really giving you anything other than bringing you into an emotional pseudo world. I repeat, pseudo world. There's a real kicker to all of this. Would you like to know what it is? This is a wonderful one. And this is the really, really big one. So you're a guy talking to a guy talking to a girl talking to a girl, you're blah, blah, blah. And what will happen is after a couple of, you've exchanged some details and you look nice, you look at the picture and it looks good. You've exchanged details. Hey, look, hun. Hey, look, babe. I had this a couple of days ago. Hey, look, babe. Very nice looking lady. And I said, look, can you move to Kik, K-I-K, or Telegram? Telegram. And there's your biggest red flag of all. Great big red flaggy poo. Instant. They try and take that train off that track and put you on this track. You're in trouble. The reason they want to get you onto something like KIK or Telegram is simple. Because that way, if they get to know you a little bit more, it's easier for them to be anonymous, because they've got millions and millions of. I did have a number here, but I can't find my number. But yeah, here we are. Telegram, 800 million monthly users. How many of them are scammers? 800 million monthly users. How many of them are scammers, even if it's just 1%? Think about it. Kik has got claimed 300 million users. 300, okay. It's a lot, isn't it? It's still a lot. 1%. And the reason is these apps are so widely used, but they have on them bots, automated little drones. And I'm not giving you a lecture on how to create these. It's something I do on another channel. These bots will scrape everything. They'll scrape profiles, they'll scrape you, they'll scrape your details. But these bots are also capable of attacking you online, because you've got a connection online. And basically, they will try and download malicious code. Now, that code could then be looking at your keystrokes. It could be looking at your personal data. It could be looking at anything. It's kind of malware. Most of you guys, most of you guys will not have things like NIDs and HIDs, which is network detection and But it's basically devices which are set up there specifically, cost an absolute fortune, but they are there looking for specific content of payload to see if there's anything in a code which could be executable on your machine, remotely executed. Suddenly your machine isn't captured, taken prisoner. You might be held up for ransomware. It could be they're going to exfiltrate your data. It could even use your machine to participate in a service to deny other people's service, DDoS, for example, what we call. It's frightening and it's scary. If anybody tries to get you on a dating site onto something like Kik or Telegram, others exist, but Telegram's the biggest one, then don't, unless you really know that person, you really trust that person, because there is so much malicious code runs on these apps. Yeah, they have a valid function. They do connect people to communicate, and that's lovely. But if you are talking to someone who is a scammer, spammer, nasty person, black agent, or basically bad actor, you got to remember that these people want you. You're the target. They got you. So don't do it. Only go to something like Telegram, because if you can actually understand the person, you know that person that you're talking to. I tend to use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is fine. You can do videos and everything, but for me it's a bit better. It'll probably only be a matter of time before WhatsApp itself becomes, you know, full of bots and spam. Just be careful. I always say to people, reading what I've written here, yeah, why can't you use WhatsApp? Why can't you use WhatsApp? Why can't we're talking on that now? Or it could be the date site, or go to WhatsApp. Why can't you use that? Yeah, oh yeah, well, it's not very good. No, I need to go on to here. There will never, ever give you a concrete reason why you can't stay on WhatsApp. They'll never give you a concrete reason why you need to go to Telegram. It's simply because all the nastiness is there. It's a chocolate box full of lovely stuff with maggots crawling inside it. Not nice. But keep that kind of thought in mind. Be careful. Just be careful out there. So I don't think there's much more I can really give you. Just be really careful. I did some more investigation. Lastly but not least, Telegram bots are out there. If you get asked to go to Telegram, even if you're doing it legitimately, there's an awful lot of bots out there, malicious, exfiltrating data, launching phishing attacks, spreading malware. Because if you suddenly get a pop-up appear, that is not good, that is not good, that is not good. Stuff like that you wouldn't expect to get on it. It could be your mobile phone, it doesn't matter. You know, these, even your mobile, can get hit by malware. It's a computer running code and a core memory and all that. Just be careful, all right? Kik itself, what did they say? Did some research. They said that they host, of course, messaging, but there's a whole sea of bots which they don't control. A whole sea of bots, auto bots, and those bits of code are malicious. All right, guys. Phew, that was a biggie. Excuse me. I hope that's helped. By all means, come back to me and ask me questions. This took a good few months to get this intel together. I get scammed and spammed every day, but quite honestly, be careful. Watch those profiles. If you're in the dating stuff and you get someone with no profile, even if they send a picture, whatever, man or lady, just use those checks. Can you send me a picture like that if you seem to be getting on well? But I think I've given you enough red flags already to understand that, you know, the more red flags, it doesn't make prizes, it makes you being out of pocket and possibly getting scams, spams, bad things happening. All right, guys, signing off. I hope you're enjoying this. I enjoy helping people to stay safe. Peace. Laters.